buildings in the village. Obviously, you've been in the village, you see we have grown substantially since then. When she started, they bought part of the Pere Marquette line that went from Flint to Fostoria. It was actually a standard gauge line that when they, instead of bringing both rails in, they moved one rail over because standard gauge is 4 foot 8.5 inches. Narrow gauge, which is what we are, is 3 foot. For years, you could actually see some of the ties that were left from the old because they stuck out beyond the new replacement ties.
Still a few of them out there if you want.
There's still a few?
So is that Fostoria, Ohio?
No, Fostoria, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Fostoria, Michigan. They said it was so slow, they called it the Huckleberry line, which is where we get our name. They said you could get off the front of the train, pick huckleberries, and get back on the back of the train and not miss your train.
Ah, I think.
You're in the wood shop. This is where they do all the work on the wooden cars and a lot of village repair work that needs specialized treatment. They do the gondolas. You have a door down here from one of the gondolas from the Great Wheel.
Wow.
They do sort of carousel horses. They have all the equipment to do all the woodworking necessary that it's of a technical nature. We have the cars that came in to Crossroads were decrepit. Narrow gauge basically went out of existence in the 1950s because it didn't make monetary sense to try to scrap out the old cars, locomotives, whatever. Most of them were left right where they were to rot. And so in the 70s, when it became an interest in the historical aspect of them, what they did is they would go back in and they would pull these cars and these locomotives out to restore for the historic value. And that's where our cars came from, most of them. There have been a couple of ours that have been built from the bottom up on flatbeds. We also have, if you've noticed, car 316 on the locomotive is a combination car. It was built from scratch with historic designs, first ever in modern times, and the Huckleberry won an award, and that was under our late Dan Gosnell. Beautiful, beautiful car.
Nice.
In here, this is car number 42. Because of the motion of the train on the tracks, you have separations in the sidings, in the wood. It rubs against each other. It comes unsealed. The water gets in and does its damage. So every few years, they have to take the siding, or they have to come in, be recaulked, be repainted, be resealed. A few years more, they have to be taken off the siding to make sure structurally that it's intact inside, because the water coming inside tends to wear them out and rot them. If you look at the top, what used to, in historic times, be canvas and tar, we're now using on this car fiberglass and resin. It will hold up a bit better than the other. These are the benches out, and then they're being restored
Wow.
so they can be put back in. Everything will be ship-shape before she goes out, because we do want the safety of our customers and our staff. Look, these are the pictures of some of the cars and what they look like when they came in. Pay particular note to coach number 8. That's what she looked like inside and out when she came in. Okay, she was used as a hunting lodge. If you'll follow me into cold storage, being said, because this part is heated, the mechanic's part is heated in the winter, this part is not. It's not very cold today. Kind of a misnomer today.
When it's cold outside.
When it's cold outside.
In the freezing cold.
In the freezing cold. Here's car number 8. If you'd like to come down this way, you're welcome to come through her. Just watch your step.
It's cold in here, but it was outside to get a ticket first.
Yeah, these are shop trucks. This car will never see active service.
Really? Not even a rear gauge from the 42 trucks?
Well, this is 30 cars.
No. They had at one point thought about using this car, now fully restored, out on special occasion runs.
Wow.
If you look at it after looking at the pictures, you'll see how much work went into restoring her. Only one pane of the glass at the top is still original.
Where's that? This one right here? Wow.
Now, the thought was that they'd put it out on special occasions.
Like special trips.
Well, special occasions, Rail Fans Weekend, maybe they put her out. But the problem is, with all the restoration that went in, and the fact that as a whole, the public has no respect for what went into these beauties. It was thought that we're better off keeping her a static exhibit. There have been times that she's been taken down, and people have been given tours through her. But it isn't the routine. The other thing is, as he mentioned, the trucks underneath are just shop trucks. They are not the trucks that go under here to put her into everyday service.
Okay, like the other ones on it.
Right. She was actually built in 1875, makes her 135 years old.
Wow.
Oldest car on?
I don't know, because I'm not sure of the exact years of the rest of them. Some of the other cars came from the 20s. I'm not sure of them.
What about your engine? Come over here.
Yeah, it's not
How about your demo rear frame?
Which one?
The one behind the frame, name.
464,
Yeah.
I believe, was built in the 20s.
What 464? I don't see no 464.
Okay, 45, what is it,
453.
453. That's just for this weekend. You're going to miss my head. This is our little yard goat. She does most of the grunt work, as it were. As you can see, she takes the sprayer down the tracks, deals with that. She'll carry the loads out. If you have to, around Halloween and Christmas, they have the exhibits on the tracks, and those require generators. So in the morning, they load her up, they take the generators out. At night, they bring them back in. But she can move the cars, and she does. It's basically a little yard goat. She weighs 2 ton.
Oh, it's quicker.
Oh, she weighs 5 ton, I'm sorry.
Now I guess
See, the boards, when they're doing the work on the cars, frequently the support boards need to be replaced.
Okay.
And since you can't just go to Home Depot and buy them,
Yeah. it's
we
custom
order
built.
them when we get them. This caboose is 0526. We were told we could have her if we could get her out of the guy's yard. That was a nice challenge, and they did. When they went to cover the windows over with the boards, because it looked really good on the outside of the kids' playhouse, they started nailing in, and one nail, 1 pound, and the nail went all the way in. Told them maybe the structural wood was not intact, and it
Strong.
wasn't. Right. You can see if you look at it, there has been a fire inside at one time, and you can see the damage from it. She will never go on the tracks. We already have a caboose. We don't need another caboose. Her insides are what the crew would have used, so we do have that as a very good benefit. She will be restored slowly and as money allows, because that's about it. She's just going to be a static.
For now.
Pardon?
For now.
Well, no, there's no reason to put her on the train. We have our own caboose,
Yes.
so there's really no reason.
It wouldn't carry enough people.